Greetings Tesla Monsters, Dioximo here, and today I want to talk about jumping. In Teslagrad 2, jumping is a very versatile tool that has much more to it than just you press a button and Lumina goes up. So let's dissect it a little bit. Obviously, the game is only out for like 1 week, so this video will be quickly outdated with new knowledge. But I wanted to gather all the communities fighting about it, so everybody can have access to that knowledge, and we can then build upon and improve together. So let's start with the basics. When you press the jump button, Lumina jumps. And you can check at the bottom of the screen there are my inputs, so if at some point you are not sure what buttons I'm pressing, you can always refer to that. So, you press the jump button, Lumina jumps. In fact, Lumina will have, the game will calculate some jump velocity and add it to Lumina's velocity. And that jump velocity have two components to it, a direction and a speed. And we will dissect both separately. So let's start with the jump direction. So by default, as you can see, obviously Lumina jumps up. She jumps upwards. But that's not always the case. The physics of Teslagrad 2 can allow some very unusual jumping. So for example, if I'm here and I jump, my jump won't be upward, but it will be fully to the right. I won't gain any height, but I will jump just to the right. And this is because, first rule of jumping, the jump direction of Lumina is related to her rotation. So here, I am rotated 90 degrees to the right, so I jump 90 degrees to the right. Here I am rotated 45 degrees to the right, so when I jump 45 degrees to the right. Let's say, for example, here I am rotated downwards, so when I jump downwards. Even if I jump downwards don't really make any sense, but that's it. The jump direction is directly linked to Lumina's rotation. So now, obvious next question is, how do you modify Lumina's rotation? Well, there are two ways to do it. The first one, as I show it, is by using magnetism. Every time you are pulled or pushed on a slanted wall by magnetism, it will change Lumina's rotation. The second way to do it is by sliding. When you slide, as you can see, Lumina's rotation also changes. So if you jump, like if I jump right here, Lumina will jump according to the ground rotation, you know? Exactly like when you jump here. I released the cape a little bit late, but like this. So these two jumps, by sliding or using the magnetism to change rotation, are the same, have the same direction. So these are the two known ways, actually, at least, to change Lumina's rotation. And for example, like this, don't get fooled, because here I am neither sliding or using the cloak. So even if the animation shows Lumina a little bit rotated, as far as the game is concerned, her rotation is still up. So if I jump, I will jump up regardless of the animation. Like this. So yeah. That's the first rule of jumping. The direction of the jump is directly related to Lumina's rotation. Now there is another little thing to know about jumping, is that the game uses what is called coyote time. In game design, coyote time is that little delay when you drop off a platform that allows you to jump even if you are in midair. So it's in a lot of games, and it allows for easier platforming. But here, for example, I am jumping while being in midair. So here I am clearly in the air, but I can jump. This is because the developers of Teslagrad 2 have implemented coyote time. And so you have a little delay when you drop from a platform. And you can use that coyote time to also do some little manipulations to your direction. So like here, if I release the cape, Lumina will transition from that 90-degree angle to her normal angle. And it won't be immediate. It will just take a little bit of time, like this. You see her rotating. And if at any point during that rotation you can jump, and you can because of the coyote time, it will do the jump in that direction. For example, if I was jumping here, that would follow that 45 degrees rotation. So let's try it. Normally, a normal jump would push me to the right, like this, fully. But if I do it with some precise timing while Lumina is rotating, see, I could gain a little bit of height, and I have more 45-ish degree angle. Like this. And so you can also do fully upwards, like this, nearly fully upwards jump by using the coyote time when Lumina is fully rotated. So that's everything you need to know about the direction of the jump. But now let's check the jump speed or the jump height, because the jump speed is basically the jump height. So let's consider this case. I am on that slope and I want to jump on this ledge. I want to jump on that cliff. So first things first, the height of the jump is determined by your key pressure. So if you hold the jump key, you will jump higher. If you only tap it, you will jump lower. That's pretty basic. But even a fully high jump here from that little slope to that cliff is not enough. And I have, I have to get this little climbing animation. This is because by default, when you jump, Lumina's jump speed, Lumina's velocity in the direction of your jump is set to the jump speed. So if I hold the jump, I reach that height. And whatever velocity I have upwards will be overridden by that height. So in Teslagrad 1 you could cheese a little bit, because when you run on a slope like this, you have a little bit of upwards momentum. Like here, I obviously go upwards, so Lumina has a little bit of upwards momentum. And in Teslagrad 1, if you jumped while having that little momentum, the jump will add up and you would jump higher. It's not the case in Teslagrad 2 by default. By default in Teslagrad 2, if you are just standing on that slope, or if you have already some upwards velocity, you will always do the same jump. The only thing that will change your height will be the pressure of your jump button, low or high. But everything changes when you start sliding. When you start sliding, the game will behave more than Teslagrad 1, and your jump velocity will be added to Lumina's current velocity. And it means that if you slide here, you don't have to grab the ledge. So that upward velocity you have when you go up a slope will be added to your jump velocity. And as you can see, I jump higher. Without sliding, it's that. With the slide, it's that. So that's the number 2 rules of jumping in Teslagrad. If you are sliding, your jump velocity and your current velocity will be added, while if you are not sliding, the jump velocity will overwrite your current velocity in that direction. The in that direction is important because, if you are going to the left and you jump, you will still continue to the left. The game won't overwrite all your velocity to just set upwards and that's it. That would be awful. So it's just the upwards velocity when you are when you are jumping upwards. The upwards velocity is overwritten, which is not the case when you are sliding. Oops, like this. So let's use this knowledge and see what we can do with it. So now we are going to combine what we know about the velocity and the direction to see what happens. So let me just go at the beginning of the game. Here, I will just touch a checkpoint just in case some guards mess with me. And let's do a little bit of testing. So, here, I will stand here, hold the left button, and do a normal jump. And we already know what will happen. I won't gain any speed because I'm not sliding, and sliding allows you to gain a little bit of speed when you land on a slope. So I won't get any speed, and my jump height will be normal, and my jump direction will be strictly upwards. So here, I jump. My jump was upwards, so obviously I was already going left, so the game keeps that left momentum. But my jump direction was upwards, and my jump speed allowed me to go near that little branch, as you can see. If I am sliding, so I will do the exact same thing, but this time with sliding. So since I will be sliding, luminous rotation will change, and my jump direction will be lower. But since sliding allows you to gain a little bit of speed, I will go faster. So here, like this. Oh, and by the way, since my jump speed is added when you slide, the jump speed is added to luminous current velocity. This is why when you jump out of a slide on a slope, downward slope, you will go faster. So look, if I'm not jumping, see my velocity? It's pretty good, but we can do better. Because when you jump lower. As we said, your jump direction is lower, but your jump velocity will be added to your current velocity. So here, see, I can go way faster. Because to the normal slide acceleration, you add the jump velocity. Now there is a specific tech that combines all this knowledge. So I won't go into the details of how luminous velocity in general is managed. That will probably be its own video. But what I can tell you is that the ground friction in Teslagrad 2 is pretty unusual. So look at that. I will start sliding, holding the left button, and stop sliding. And you will see that here I stop sliding, and the ground friction nearly immediately brings me back to Lumina's normal walking speed. Let's do it again. I slide, I'm fast, and when I release the slide button, the game slows me down to Lumina's walking speed. Here, slow me down. The thing is, there is a little tech that if you release your direction before releasing your slide key and don't have any direction, your momentum will be a little bit preserved. So look at that. Hold direction, hold slide, and see, the game didn't really slow me down. So I was airborne quickly, so let me just do that again. Here, release direction, and as you can see, my velocity, the slowdown is still there, but way lower. It's less of a slowdown. And thanks to that tech, we can combine everything we know about jumping to do some very specific jumps. So, as a quick summary, if I hold the slide direction, I go low but fast because my jump velocity is added to my current velocity. So I go lower but faster. If I don't slide, I go at the same speed but higher because my jump velocity is set to my current velocity, so I jump higher. I still keep the horizontal velocity that I had by holding left, but my upwards velocity is set to my jump velocity. Now, if we combine everything we have seen, it's possible to drop from here, start a slide, release any direction, release the slide, and jump. And that will combine everything, and let's see what it does. So here, oops, I didn't release the slide. So that was if you don't release the slide, you do the normal long jump. But if you release the slide and release any direction, you will have the slide boost like I just did, but with the full height jump. So let's make a quick comparison. Here I hold left and don't slide, so my jump height is above that branch. Here I will hold the slide button all the way, so here, hold the slide all the way, so it's a lower jump, but I am faster. But if I release all the direction before releasing the slide and jump, it will do that intermediate jump. So here, see, I'm not as fast because I don't have the jump boost. But oops, sorry, I didn't slide. So I don't go as fast, but I am way higher. And this is because at this point, look at that. Here, at this point, I released the slide button. So the game, even if visually I'm still sliding, I am not sliding anymore according to the game. So when I jump, I will do the normal jump, the normal velocity jump, so the pure upward jump, while still keeping the horizontal velocity of my slide because I released the directions. So yeah, that's a little bit tricky to wrap your head around it, but it's a combination of everything we know about jumping and that little trick that allows you to keep momentum if you don't press any directional key. So now let's make a quick summary. So by default, the jump is upward, but if you are affected by magnets or if you are sliding, your jump will be in the direction of the slope you are on. So here, downward slope, my jump is, well, in every case, my jump will be more to the left here because the slope is on the left. And if I am downwards while sliding, my jump will be added to the current velocity, which is to the left. So it will do a lower jump, but I will gain speed, like this. But if I am sliding upwards, I will jump higher, but have less speed. So here, if I jump, by default, I cannot, I have to grab the ledge with a normal jump to climb that cliff. But if I slide before jumping, as you can see at the bottom, I am holding the slide button and I initiate a slide so I can gain a lot of height. And finally, there is this strange tech when if you release any direction, it keeps a little bit your momentum, and that means you can do a sliding jump with the normal height, a sliding jump with a non-sliding height. But you don't get the horizontal boost of jumping in a slope, but it can allow you to reach a good height, like this. I hope you enjoyed this video and have understood everything. If you have any question or anything to add to all of that, feel free to tell me and I will update the video. As I said, it will probably be quickly outdated because of all the new knowledge we will gain while running the game, but at least now everybody knows what the community knows about jumping. I hope you enjoyed and see you next time.